In the first part, I shared 5 seemingly harmless beverages, like sugary drinks, diet soda, and alcoholic beverages that are actually silently damaging your blood vessels, disrupting your cholesterol, and increasing your risk of a heart attack, especially for those over 60. If you haven't seen that section yet, I strongly recommend going back because sometimes the habit of drinking for health every day ends up being the very reason you need to take medication for the rest of your life. Now, in this second part, I'll reveal 5 more drinks that may seem healthy convenient or made for active people, but are in fact stealthy culprits, gradually weakening the aging heart. They don't cause instant harm, but they slowly wear down your hearts. Pumping strength trigger arrhythmia, raise blood pressure, and most dangerously give you a false sense of safety. If you're regularly drinking sports drinks, bottled milk teas, or beverages labeled 0 sugar, but loaded with erythritol or xylitol, pay close attention, because sometimes one small change today could save you from an emergency tomorrow. Sports drinks. Not everyone needs a performance boost. Many older adults turn to sports drinks thinking they'll boost energy, rehydrate the body, and support heart health. But the truth is, if you're not sweating like an athlete, what you're taking in may actually be putting extra strain on your heart. Most commercial sports drinks are packed with sugar, sodium, artificial colors, and synthetic electrolytes. In a 500 ml bottle, you might be consuming over 34 grams of sugar, more sodium than you need in an entire day, and ingredients that the aging body can no longer process efficiently. When you're not exercising intensely enough to burn off these compounds, they begin to cause electrolyte imbalance, raise your blood pressure, and over time can contribute to heart failure. Many patients have told me sports drinks are better than soda. But in reality, a lot of these products are just a clever variant of sugary drinks with flashy colors and a mild sweetness that still push your cardiovascular system into overload day after day. As blood pressure slowly climbs out of control, the warning signs of a heart attack don't always appear right away. They quietly build up fatigue, palpitations, shortness of breath, until one day it all hits without warning. According to the WHO, electrolyte drinks should only be used after significant fluid loss due to diarrhea, heavy sweating, or intense physical activity. For someone over 60 who only takes light walks each day, the safest and most effective solution is still drink water. Perhaps with a few slices of lemon or mint to soothe the body without overstimulating the heart's nervous system. How to prevent heart attack isn't about drinking something labeled energy boost, it's about listening to what your heart truly needs. And sometimes what your body needs most isn't a surge of power, but calm balance and the right rhythm for a heart that's weathered the years. Bottled milk tea and creamy coffee. When gentle sweetness becomes a heavy burden on the heart. On a quiet afternoon, many older adults reach for a chilled bottle of milk tea or a ready-to-drink creamy coffee from the supermarket for a moment of relaxation. It seems light and soothing, but behind that silky smooth flavor is a mix of sugar, hydrogenated fat, and flavoring agents, none of which are friendly to an aging cardiovascular system. A typical bottle of milk tea can contain 30-40 grams of sugar, that's 7 to 10 teaspoons. On top of that, you'll find non-dairy creamers made from hydrogenated oils, a cheap shelf-stable fat that's high in trans fat and saturated fat. Two major culprits in raising LDL cholesterol, accelerating atherosclerosis, and eventually contributing to heart attack. As for creamy coffee, the calorie and fat content is just as concerning, often accompanied by artificial flavor additives that place added stress on the liver and cardiovascular system. Many people assume 2 or 3 times a week won't hurt. But for seniors, the heart and blood vessels are already aging and the body's ability to handle sugar and fat steadily declines. What your body can't process gets stored as visceral fat cholesterol buildup in the arteries and ultimately warning signs of a heart attack no one wants to face. Instead of sugary drinks heavy with cream and additives, try switching to drink water. Light black tea or homemade coffee with unsweetened plant-based milk. Even a simple coffee without cream and sugar each morning can go a long way, keeping you alert without placing extra stress on your blood pressure or lipid profile. Pre-made smoothies. A fruit mask that fools the heart. Many older adults believe fruit smoothies must be healthy. But not every smoothie is a drink for heart health, especially those that are pre-mixed bottled or sold at convenience stores. Beneath the fruit smoothie label that seems packed with nutrients, often lies a blend of sugary syrup, sweetened condensed milk, and very little, if any, real fruit fiber. A single 450 ml pre-made smoothie can contain over 40–60 grams of sugar, far exceeding the daily recommended limit for older adults. Many even use fruit concentrate, essentially juice with the fiber removed, combined with added sugar, corn syrup, and artificial fruit flavors. The result: a sweet-tasting drink that spikes blood sugar, worsens insulin resistance, and increases visceral fat, laying the groundwork for a future heart attack. A common mistake is thinking, "I'll just drink a smoothie for breakfast and skip everything else." But without real protein and fiber, and loaded with nothing but liquid sugar, your good cholesterol HDL won't improve while your triglyceride levels quietly rise. Over time, this leads to atherosclerosis, the silent damage that wears down the aging heart with no early symptoms. To truly benefit from smoothies, make them at home. Use whole fruit like apples, bananas, or berries. Add some oats, unsweetened plant-based milk, and a spoonful of chia seeds. This gives you real fiber-stable energy and heart-friendly nutrition. If you need sweetness, go with a single date, not more sugar. Sugar-free drinks, when substitutes are more dangerous than sugar itself. Many older adults choose low-calorie drinks or products labeled zero sugar, thinking they'll help protect the heart and manage blood sugar. But what they don't realize is that the sweeteners replacing sugar in these drinks, like erythritol or xylitol, are now under scrutiny for their potential links to heart attack and stroke. According to a large-scale study published in Nature Medicine in 2023, high levels of erythritol in the blood can make platelets stickier, increasing the risk of forming a blood clot, a direct trigger for heart attack or stroke. Notably, individuals with the highest erythritol levels were found to have more than double the risk of cardiovascular events compared to those with the lowest levels, even if they had no symptoms. This raises an important question. Are sugar substitutes really as safe as we think? For seniors whose circulation, liver, and kidneys have already slowed down, consuming sugar alcohols like erythritol and xylitol, commonly found in diet sodas, zero energy drinks, fitness waters, sugar-free lozenges, and bottled smoothies can quietly place a hidden burden on the vascular endothelium, increasing the risk of atherosclerosis without early warning signs. If you've ever thought no calories means no harm, it's time to reconsider. The absence of energy doesn't mean the absence of risk. And the sweeter a zero-sugar product tastes, the more likely it contains a compound that disrupts your body's natural regulatory systems. How to prevent heart attack isn't just about cutting out sugar, it's about understanding what's replacing it. If you need sweetness, go for fresh fruit, a touch of honey, or pure stevia in small, mindful amounts. And above all, prioritize drink water. Unsweetened herbal teas or homemade diluted juices, because a healthy heart doesn't come from a zero-calorie label, but from informed, intentional choices. Low-calorie juices, when the real danger isn't sugar, but what you don't see. Some juices on supermarket shelves carry reassuring labels like low-calorie sugar-free or natural flavor, making them seem like safe choices. But in reality, many of these products contain a long list of preservatives and chemical additives that most consumers, especially older adults, rarely pay attention to. You might think I'm choosing low-sugar orange juice that must be better than soda. But in truth, many so-called healthy juices include substances like sodium benzoate potassium sorbate or artificial coloring. While the quantities may be small, daily accumulation over years can irritate the vascular lining, trigger low-grade inflammation, and potentially contribute to hypertension, a key risk factor for heart attack, especially in seniors with heightened sensitivity. What's more, certain preservatives can react with vitamin C in juice to form benzene, a compound associated with vascular cell damage. And synthetic flavor enhancers labeled as natural can interfere with insulin and lipid regulation when consumed regularly, disrupting blood sugar, raising cholesterol, and increasing the risk of heart failure. Just because it's low-calorie doesn't mean it's safe. What matters most is ingredient quality, not the calorie count on the label. Many low-calorie drinks rely on flavoring agents to mimic taste or add acidic compounds for tang, both of which can weaken digestion, raise heart rate, and destabilize blood pressure in older adults. If you want to choose healthy drinks for seniors, start with the ones that truly support the heart. Opt for infused water with fresh fruits like orange, cucumber, strawberries, or mint. It's refreshing and free of added sugar. Homemade juice from real fruits diluted 1:1 with water offers natural nutrients without overwhelming your system. Caffeine-free dye. Free herbal teas are another gentle and heart-friendly option. And above all, don't forget the simplest and most powerful choice: drink water. It's easy, accessible, and remains one of the most effective ways to stay hydrated and protect your cardiovascular health. If you've made it through both parts of this video series, I believe you now have a deeper understanding, not just about sugary drinks, but also about the silent culprits, like diet soda sports drinks and sugar substitutes that seem harmless on the surface. Starting today, choose to let go of harmful drinking habits for the sake of your heart. Don't let a daily drink become the silent trigger for a heart attack or stroke later in life. If you found this helpful, please share it with your loved ones, because sometimes the right reminder at the right time could save a heart that's quietly calling for help.